and welcome to my channel. So on today's storytelling, we'll be talking about two friends, Kola and Kenneth. So Kenneth and Kola grew up in the ghetto. For those of you who are familiar with ghetto, who are from, if you're from Nigeria or you know someone who is from Nigeria, you understand ghetto. Okay, ghetto is a place where the poor people, grow up from. You understand? People that are not privileged, people that didn't have the life of luxury, you understand, but they are living their life in simplicity and in happiness. That's the only way I can, put this to you now. So they grew up in a ghetto, in a slumpy area, okay? And Kenneth, let me introduce Kenneth to you. Kenneth is he's a street guy. When I say street guy, that means he's a rugged guy. Do you understand? But he's very quiet and calculative, or rather, I'll say he's articulated. Okay? But Kola, on the other hand, is an agbero. So agbero is a slang in Nigeria also. Okay? Agbero means a tout. Do you understand? One who doesn't hear come and go. You feel me, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna make this really quick. So we have two friends. Kenneth is a calm agbero, while Kola is an agbero. Do you understand? Good. So, but their friendship they were really, really close. Like, they were so close. They loved each other because of their kind of bond. Everybody in the area liked them. Even their parents became close. As a matter of fact, Kenneth and Kola's family, they are staying together. Like, they live face me, I face you. Do you understand? Like, two rooms facing each other in the ghetto. Do you understand? So that was how they were living. Do you get? They are managing their life, and they are all sharing one bedroom and one kitchen. So because of that, their bond grew even stronger, right? But Kenneth, on the other hand, had lost his dad, but survived with his elder sister Oluchi and Adaeze, his younger sister, and the mother, Madam Mary. While Kola, on the other hand, his parents are still very much alive, and he has two siblings also. Okay, the other one is Olu, the other one is Lola, right? So Olu and Lola are Kola's siblings, and Kola happens to be the last born of the family. Okay, while Kenneth happens to be the second born of his family. So Kenneth's mom works in the market. She sells food stuff, just to make sure she takes care of the house. While Kola's family, they are working, they are working. But Kola's mom actually works in the market too, but the father is just doing one or two trading like that. Okay, for instance, he drives bus. I don't know how to explain that to you, but he drives bus transport. Okay, he transports people from one place to another. Okay, that's that about that. Yeah, so they grew up in the ghetto, and finally, God so kind, Oluchi, who happens to be Kenneth's elder sister, happens to be the breadwinner of the family. Okay, as time passed, okay, years on, months on, she struggled so hard to make sure she takes her family out of the ghetto, right? But Oluchi never liked Kola. He never liked him because Kola is trouble. Kola is always fighting. He's stealing. He steals from people. He caused trouble to the compound, and because of that, Oluchi don't like him. Okay? And Oluchi is always warning Kenneth, don't have anything to do with this guy. I don't like your friendship. I don't like it. You get me? But as time passed, Oluchi was able to get a job, get a good stand for herself as the breadwinner, took them out of the ghetto and got a better place in the city for them, right? So Oluchi was doing well in her business, and then later asked Kenneth to come and handle the business because she had like two businesses. So whenever she's not around, Kola is there to manage. Even if she's around, Kola is always there, to manage the business, to see it that, things are going really well. And in return, Oluchi pays the brother 100,000 monthly, and was able to let her put the sister, Adaeze, in school. So Adaeze finished her school, but it was quite unfortunate that when Adaeze finished her 400 level after her service and everything, Adaeze started falling ill. She was beginning to sick anyhow, and mind you, things were really not so firm, okay? But Adaeze started falling ill. They had to rush Adaeze to the hospital sometime, and the doctor said Adaeze has cancer, and it's cancer of the lungs. So they don't even know where that was actually coming from, because nobody in the family had such illness. So it happened that every now and then they take Adaeze to the hospital for treatment, and Adaeze is always with the mom. The mom had to stop her market trading and started taking care of Adaeze, always going to church and praying for the children and all. But anyway, let's cut that one. Finally, because of the connection Oluchi had, Oluchi was able to, get a better job, a stable job for Kenneth. And mind you, Kenneth and Kola, they are still seeing. They are still best of friends. Kola comes to the house, he will come and eat, he will make trouble, he will go, that kind of, and he's not ready to have or live a better life for himself. He just wants to, live anyhow. The kind of life he likes streets. So he's not even ready to better his life. But then Oluchi was able to get a job in an oil firm for his brother as a secretary due to her connect, right? And Kenneth was so happy, and Kenneth then approached Oluchi, being the elder sister, that please, since now I've been able to get a job, can my friend Kola come and manage the business while you're away, or let him just be the manager of the business. With time, maybe he will change and he will become a better person for himself. That way he will have something for himself every month, like monthly income, to take care of himself, and probably, stop the bad lifestyle. Okay. He tried to talk to Oluchi, tried to convince her, but Oluchi was not having it. Oluchi said, no way, that he's never gonna come to her business, he's never gonna step an inch to her business, blah blah blah. Oluchi said never, that he doesn't like that boy can put him in problem, that boy can cause problem for his business, and so therefore she doesn't want Kola to come near her business, that she would rather employ an outsider, somebody she doesn't know, than for Kola to come. That if at all Kola needs help, maybe from her, that she could actually lend Kola a helping hand by giving Kola maybe 20,000 every month. But aside that, she doesn't want Kola close to her or her business. So the family begged, they had a meeting, and even her mom begged her that now you can actually do this for humanity. We've once stayed together in the ghetto and it was really, really bad, So if this is a way you can come through for the family, if there's a way you can help, why not? You can go ahead and just, lend a helping hand. There's nothing wrong with that. So the mother talked, everybody talked, and then she said, okay, I'll succumb on one condition. Kola will have to stay in my house. That's the family house where Adaeze, all of them, Kenneth, everybody's staying. That he has to stay in the house so that she can watch him closely. Then everyone accepted. Finally, Kenneth got his job in the oil firm as a assistant secretary, and he was being paid very well. Okay, he was doing well for himself, and Kola resumed Oluchi's business. So the business was going well. Before you know, Kenneth left, he had trained Kola on the business, and Kola was doing well. Okay, he was doing well, he was doing the business well, you know, putting money back. Although she has a sales rep who takes all the whole sales documents it, you know, put on the system, take stock and all of that. So she has someone who does that already. So, but it got to a time that Oluchi started missing money, you know. She started seeing that 200k is being withdrawn, 500k is being withdrawn, and they don't know where the money is going to. And before then, that was years after, you know, Kenneth had called Kola that, you see this place where I don't get jobs, so as I don't enter, I will make sure say you enter, because you na my blood, you na my brother, so I no go feel leave you. So trust me, if I get any opportunity, I will let you know. But make your CV ready, so that if there's any opportunity in this oil firm, I'll call you. And because of the love they have for me, definitely you will be lucky to get something doing in this company. So don't worry, I got you, brother. That was what Kenneth had promised Kola. So an opportunity came up in the firm, and Kenneth quickly contacted Kola, got his CV, submitted it. They booked a time for Kenneth to come, for Kola to come for his interview. But then Oluchi has always complained. She has always complained about missing money, and even the sales rep doesn't even know where the money is going to. So finally the interview was conducted, and Kola came for the interview, and the interview was successful. But then Kola had to go back to the business, right? He couldn't stay. He just met his friend briefly, and they hung out actually, but he couldn't wait, and then he just left. So on getting back, he had an argument with Oluchi, right, about the missing money from the company's account. But then it was a heated argument that they got to a fight, and you know, he pushed Oluchi, and Oluchi fell, hit her head, and died on the spot. Days passed, everybody was trying to contact Oluchi, and Oluchi's number was not going through, you know. So Kenneth called Kola and asked Kola, have you heard from my sister? He said no, that she went with her fiancé. She said she was going to see her fiancé. And Oluchi was like, and Kenneth was like, her fiancé? But I've called the fiancé, and the fiancé has been complaining that, you know, they've not heard from, you know, Oluchi for about a week now. Then he said he doesn't know anything, you know, that Oluchi just came to the house and said she was going to her fiance's place, that she, after then, that even he's been trying to like contact her, and her number is not going through. So it happened that Kenneth couldn't hold it anymore, the mom couldn't hold it anymore, so they came to the house. They asked him, he repeated the same thing. So no, before then they had told him, could you go to the police station and report the case? Then he said he cannot go to the police station, to that he's not Oluchi's sibling. Then Kenneth was like, but you're like a blood brother to me, so why can't you just do it? He said no, that he can't, that is a family thing, and that he's not blood related, so he can't go to the police station. So when everybody came for the meeting, they went to the police station, reported the case, and finally Kola then told Kenneth that he was actually going for a brief meeting. He wants to meet with someone, right? Then he said, okay, no problem. But he made Kenneth made Kola to write down a statement, which he did at the police station right before he left. So days on, everybody was worried, you know, and Kenneth was, that morning Kenneth went out to like get something and met with their neighbor, and their neighbor was like, where is Oluchi now? I've been trying to contact her. and that the soldier that came to the house the other day as regards to the missing money, that she said she was going to go to the POS to, figure out one or two things, to know how the money was, being transferred and where it's being transferred to. Then there was a problem, because it was that same day they had a heated argument that made Oluchi to go out and meet this guy, talk to the guy, because the guy is like, a family friend like that. Okay, his name is Kingsley. So Kingsley then said that they went to the house. Then Kenneth was like, you mean there was a heated argument about some missing money, and to the point that soldiers came to the house to ask questions and all of that, and the following day she decided she was going to go to the POS and all of that? He said yes, but we've been trying to contact her ever since that night, because we saw her off to the house after the whole incident, and it was just him and Kola that was in the house. That ever since then they've not heard from her, and that they've been chatting though, but Oluchi has been responding. So Kenneth went to the police station, told the police. They came to the house, searched the house, scattered everywhere, then called one of the Oluchi's, that's their cousin's sister or something, and asked her to please check, because she works in the bank, so that she should please check the transaction, make a bank statement of the transaction and all of that, and see where the money has, where the missing money has been going to. So while the police came to the house to scatter, check the house, and they later find out Oluchi's phone was inside Kola's bag. So meaning it was Kola that has been responding to messages and texts all the while. So they beat him up. They beat the living day life out of Kola for Kola to confess. And guess what? Kola then confessed that, see what happened, and that she mistakenly fell and she died, and there was nothing, he could do at that point. So it was really terrible for everyone. Then they said, okay, where's the body? Lo and behold, when they got to where the body is, because he lied that they threw the body somewhere, but after so much interrogation, he then confessed. And lo and behold, where they found the body was in a bush inside forest. The funny thing is, the body was not intact. He had sliced the body in pieces. He has shattered the body, even the head they didn't see. But finally they buried Oluchi, they buried her. But it was indeed a sad one for the family, because the mother couldn't hold it, being that she was the head of the family. She was the breadwinner of the family. So she had a heart attack and died. And then the sister who happens to, was, you remember the sister, Adeze, that was diagnosed with cancer of the lungs? She died. So now it was now left with just Kenneth in this whole world. So now Kola is in prison. The family are begging, but Kenneth is all alone in this world, just because he chose to help a close family friend. So what have you learned from this lesson? Be mindful of whom you're willing to help, or who you feel you should help. Please, guys, be mindful out there. Okay? One love. My name is Miss Tunch, and I remain your number one, your champion, storyteller in the whole wide world. I'll see you on the next one. Please like, comment, and subscribe on my page. Thank you.